This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. Big D, where's the countdown, buddy? You threw me all off.
No countdown, no steady
I know,
cam.
you were pointing at it. That was my bad. I was just thrown off a little with no countdown.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, August 19th. I am Jeff, and I'm here with Stephanie and Brandon. Did you guys get a little thrown off, too?
Yeah.
I was like, boom, That was fast.
It was just the rhythm. Like, it's not even I hear the countdown, it's just the rhythm of things. You know what I mean? And then you're like, boom, let's roll.
Just think when we're just sitting here, just hanging out, chilling, and then we hear the DBL the theme song music, and we all just pop up like we're on camera.
I wonder if they played that, like, just through speakers in my house at like 2 in the morning. If I would just be like,
would you just wake up?
like, just like put on a face and look into the camera?
Jeff holding the baby.
Yeah, sometimes we just like, we're talking up here and then we hear that music and we're like, there it is, you know what I mean? There it is.
Yeah,
And then
it
you know,
sets the fear of God into you, doesn't it? It makes you sit up and be like, right, go.
Maybe 10 years from now, I'll hear that in like a haunted house. All right. I love it. All right, so it's no secret that Hollywood's top movie stars demand top dollar for their films and that some actors are making serious bank thanks to streaming. So, for example, okay, according to Variety, Netflix is shelling out $100 million to Daniel Craig for the next 2 installments of the Knives Out movie.
So exciting.
Yeah, Amazon Studios paid Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson $50 million for the holiday film Red One. Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio, 2 of my favorites, are starring in Don't Look Up, that will be streaming on HBO Max and will also be released in the theaters. She made $25 million, he took in $30 million. And get this, Tom Cruise only made $13 million for his upcoming Top Gun sequel, but he could make millions more from the box office returns. Keanu Reeves reportedly made $12 to $14 million for The Matrix 4, but he is also expected to make more money after the film is streamed on HBO Max. So that might sound a little bit confusing to some people out there.
Yeah.
Why is Tom Cruise and Keanu only making $14 million? Daniel Craig got paid all of his money up front. He's not going to get anything based on sales. And this is how you as an actor or performer and your agent have to come up with your contracts, right? Tom Cruise, he'll make more money on the back end once sales come in. So it's a little confusing for people at home.
No, I mean, when you're talking to these numbers, they all seem so huge, don't
I know.
they? They're all like, what? But no, we see this a lot, and especially now with streaming services, and then there's certain actors and actresses that didn't have those negotiations. Like we talked about Scarlett Johansson the other day, she didn't have that in her contract, and now she's trying to claim those digital revenues back, which is going to be a big feat for her. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
She's gonna, but we'll see.
But then we see also like J-Lo. So she said when she did Hustlers movie, she said, you know, she didn't take a fee, and she only wanted to wait for the box office and take it. She, you know, roll the dice.
That's
you know,
really
it's a
believing
gamble.
in yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
but no, they still seem like huge numbers.
and streaming services are just pushing the numbers up for these
I
actors.
can't remember. When can you even like fathom or bring up that, recall that memory of running into a Blockbuster and going to get the movie for your Friday night? You know,
Oh,
like
that was really fun.
that was but it was such a long time ago. Now that these streaming services are out, like when Netflix first came out, it was like, what is this? No one's gonna watch their movies or favorite shows on their phones. And now these stars are really cashing in, but I don't understand, how is there so much money to go around for these people when I didn't sign up for Netflix? I'm on my dad's account. I'm not paying $13.99. So how is it everyone's like Netflix account is
someone
else's? So how are you getting all this money to throw around?
You gotta think,
like
how
this?
many people do you know, like yourself, that do that, right?
Yeah.
They make so much money that they don't even care.
They don't even
That's
care.
how much money
because
that
they've yet to even try to crack down.
No,
yet.
but you know what they do? Netflix started off at what, $5.99 a month, then $7.99. I think it's what, $14.99 a month or something like that.
I thought it was $12.99.
They keep creeping up. They keep creeping up. But it's because of these big salaries. Does Daniel Craig really need $100 million to make a movie?
Yes.
Come on.
Because 100 million people are going to go watch me. You know what I'm saying?
But now my account's getting pushed more and more because these actors want more and more.
I know, but then you're also getting the opportunity to watch that movie at home with all of your family. And let's be honest, going to the cinema just for one person is more than $12.99 for one movie. So I think. Yeah.
$12.99 is for the credits, like the opening credits.
So I think like, when you think of it like that, so would you rather have Netflix and have access to all of this stuff, or HBO or Hulu, whatever, and all go to the cinema not even once a month, just for you?
We ran into this problem at home with my family. We watched Jungle Cruise with The Rock.
Is it good?
It's great.
I'm dying
it's great.
to
And the
see
kids
it.
loved it, but it's $30. You know, you pay your streaming service with Disney Plus, but then you have to pay an additional $30. And I was like, $30? But then I thought, if we all 4 of us go to the movies, just the price of admission, then popcorn and all that,
it's so
I'm actually saving a couple bucks. So I'm like, let's do it.
To put a quick button on it, I don't know if I'd be one of those people actors who would want my money on the back end because of cancel culture. If something came out, like it was like, oh, Brandon London said X to Stephanie, then that could hurt the revenue on the back end of that money. I think I'd just just take my money up.
Take your money and run?
Just straight cash,
Well,
homie.
yeah, cash is king, isn't it? And if
Yeah.
you know what you're getting, you can make peace with it.
I hope
can't
we
you?
all have that
And then
problem.
also if it flops. not
You're
my
right. You
problem.
got your money on your. Put it in your little pocket. All right, Kelly Clarkson's ex was apparently jealous of her success. So according to Us Weekly, her ex, Brandon Blackstock, resented Kelly for her success as a talk show host and judge on The Voice. The magazine also reported that he was also using Kelly for her money and lifestyle. So now the truth's coming out.
K-Fed, live in the
getting paid.
flesh. I mean, look, it's one of those things where you knew what you were getting into. And I imagine I'm one of those guys where I want my woman to be very successful. I think the only thing is, and when we get the context of this, how much time did she put in terms of that relationship? I get it. Your career is X and you need to put in time. You need to fly across the world. But at the same time, if I'm going to be that supportive partner, then I guess he feels as though he needs a certain amount of time and the TLC, tender love and care, you know?
Well, do you think it's that she was the woman and she was the breadwinner? Do you think that's...
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because, in 2021, guys, there are a lot of guys out there, it's not so much be the breadwinner in terms of making more money, but having your own in that sense, not having to rely on just me, being able to have dual incomes in that sense.
I think it did strain. You know what I mean? I always say I wouldn't mind if my wife made more. And again, I do have to point out this is all alleged.
Yes.
This is
Yeah. We don't know
It's
context.
obviously
Yes.
all one-sided,
Yes.
this article in Kelly Clarkson's favor. But just being a man in general, Brandon, there's something instilled in us, right? You want to support your family, or maybe it's just, I think it's all men, but nowadays you can't generalize. You can't generalize all men. So I'm going to speak for myself. You want to provide for your family. You want to be that quote-unquote man of the house. And if my wife was making significantly more than me, I wouldn't have a problem, I don't think, with our relationship. But as a man, like to look at myself in the mirror, I might say, man, my kids, like, I hope they still look up to me the same way, and I hope I'm still providing for them. And I think there's something
So do you think it would be more about than the children and how the children perceive it, or how you internally would perceive it?
I think it would be an internal problem with myself. I don't think it would affect our relationship because I genuinely would be happy, but internally I might have a little battle.
But is that you 100% internally, or is it because society says, or society groomed us to where, hey, we got to go out and hunt and bring home the biggest carcass?
Probably a little of both.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it's probably something subconsciously that's just in there too, you know? That's just me being honest.
No, I understand. I mean, I've had boyfriends on both ends of the spectrum. I've had boyfriends that have earned considerably less and boyfriends that have earned considerably more. And, you know, I think for me, it's never bothered me. I don't care if I earn more or less. Like, I don't care. I care more about, like, the support I get in fulfilling my dreams and support. I wouldn't like it if someone said, you know, I'm the breadwinner now. You do what I say and like only support me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Go and fetch me L.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. That for me would be a big no-no.
I hear you.
So I care more about the respect levels and the monetary value.
I hope I have that problem someday. Yeah. All right, let's squeeze this last one in. Scarlett Johansson
I heard that
and
earlier.
Colin Yost have welcomed a baby boy. News that they were expecting only broke last month, and on Sunday, Colin confirmed that Scarlett was actually pregnant during a stand-up set. So Colin posted the announcement on Instagram, writing, okay, we had a baby. His name is Cosmo.
I love it.
We love him very much. Colin also asked for privacy and directed people to contact his publicist, Michael Che, which was a joke, obviously, about his SNL Weekend Update co-anchor. They seem to be best friends, but good for Johanssons and
I
Yost.
love it when people do stuff like this. I'm always saying it, like when people are like, oh yeah, I'm married, and like no one had any idea, or like, oh yeah, I had a baby, his name's Cosmo. Like, cool. I
like that too. The build up. I don't like all
Yeah.
this like Sex in the City pictures coming from the set. Just give me the movie.
I just want.
So to
sometimes
speak.
I feel like it's just nice, and it just shows some celebrities, like we see Beyonce do this, and she's worked really hard for it to keep their private lives private. And I think she's done that. I mean, we've all been busy talking about how much she's earning, and millions from her latest movie. Meanwhile, she's been having a little baby and living her best life at home.
You like the name?
I love it.
You like the name Cosmo?
I adore it. Anything astrological, I adore. Like Apollo, Cosmo. I love it. I'm here for it. Luna for a girl.
It's a martini, right? It's a Cosmo martini.
Yeah, I was going to give a reference, but you guys aren't going to get it. On Seinfeld, Kramer's real name, it's way over your guys' heads. It was Cosmo. Coming up on DBL, Amber Rose is blasting her boyfriend for cheating, but it wasn't just once. The crazy accusations she's got against him right now. And more drama with Jeopardy's new host, Mike Richards. Find out the past comments that are coming to haunt him next.
Closed captioning provided by
DBL Nation, what's going on? Well, let's continue this Kelly Clarkson talk about the boyfriend being a little bit upset. Again,
Ex-husband.
because you'll get
Husband.
canceled for that. Again, context. Like you say, it's very one-sided, and it's obviously going to come across. So now, when the paparazzos do their digging, I'm guarantee you his side is going to come back and be like, well, you know, what about the nights where I stayed up and cooked and you came home and fell straight asleep or something? You never gave the relationship the attention and the air and the energy that it needed to breathe and to thrive. You know what I'm saying, Stephanie? So, but again, when it comes to what Jeff said, society has taught us as men that we have to be the breadwinners. We have to go out and make that money.
There's some sort of pride in it as well,
Yes,
right? And
yeah,
maybe that's an
yeah.
ego thing that, you know, shouldn't be there. Maybe it's an insecurity or fault in me, but it's there.
You know what? I think there's levels to it because let's say you're a dude and you are what we call an ain't bleak dude. You ain't, but you just so happen to get the golden goose. You know, you're not Kevin Federline, Brittany, but just along that realm.
You mean
Let's
your
just use
partner's earning more?
She's earning substantially more than, yes, you would probably feel some sort of way as a guy, most men. But if it's something where it's a little level playing field, I think that for men, I think that's
exciting.
great. That's exciting.
At what point do you think it becomes that balance? So at like that swing. So like you're saying, if it's a little bit more, like I don't know, 10% more, whatever, it's okay. What, 50%? That's when it becomes a problem. Like when does it become a problem?
It becomes a problem when there's no time for the relationship.
Rather
Your
than
career
rather than how much
rather
more
than putting a
she
price on it. It's about the time on the month.
Welcome back to DBL. The new host of Jeopardy is apologizing yet again. This time, Mike Richards is saying sorry for comments that have resurfaced from his podcast called The Random Show. That ran from 2013 to 2014. So Richards is being accused of making comments where he degraded and slut-shamed women and stereotyped Jewish people. The podcasts have been removed, but there is one clip where he's pressing his co-host about nude photos. Let's have a listen.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Have you ever taken a nude picture?
I'm not answering that question to you, Mike Richards.
Answer it right now to your fans. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I have not like naked. I've taken like cute pictures of myself that I thought
What does
were
that
kinda
mean?
Cute.
What does that mean?
I thought I was like so cute.
Like booby pictures? What are we looking at?
No, I don't do that. I don't do that.
So in the apology, Mike says, looking back now, there is no excuse, of course, for the comments made on this podcast, and I am deeply sorry. I already see your eyes, and I feel like we feel the same way. Steph, as a woman, were you offended, or did you feel some sort of way just listening to that, the little clip that we heard?
I wasn't offended. I think that she clearly wanted to move on from the topic, and she didn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And he pressed a little bit, but I don't think that was that heavy, to be honest.
Because I want to ask a question, because cancel culture has no context, I feel like. And maybe
I don't think that deserves a cancellation, I'll be straight.
Does it deserve an apology?
I would maybe say, like, hey, did that upset you? And if she's like, yeah, then yes. Or do you if he says to her, hey, did it bother you? And she's like, no, I'm fine, then no. I think it depends on her and her feelings and her thoughts. I'm not her. If Brandon, it depends. If Brandon or you said that to me, it depends on the scenario. I think you guys can tell when I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
So I think he will know. He's known her. He worked with her, you know?
And then when we talk about podcasts, that's like the artist's way to be somewhat unfiltered. You know, it's like, lay back, have a brew in the hand, and really.
You don't have a network or studio telling you what you can and can't say.
Yeah, and I imagine for that to only run from.
I think they discussed it as well before.
Yeah, and for that to run to 2013 to 2014, how many episodes do they have? Those probably when you're starting out and you're just with some of your friends, your mates, your lads. So I imagine, you know, and I'm not trying to mansplain or anything, but I don't think asking a friend, hey, do you, because you do that over mimosas, you know,
Right.
if you sent booby pics before, I don't think that's something that should get him canceled.
Yeah, I think, you know, we got to run, but I think the nexus of all this is people aren't happy with the choice Jeopardy made, and they're
Now
trying
they're
to
deep
do that.
diving,
Yep.
deep searching, you
Yeah.
know.
Yes. I got something in my ear, but I have no idea what they said. There was other examples, not just that one.
Okay.
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 We got that in. Coming up on DBL, Amber Rose airs some dirty laundry on Instagram, the wild cheating accusations she's putting on her partner. That's coming up next.
Right.
Welcome back to DBL. Amber Rose has accused her boyfriend of cheating on her yet again. So Amber has been with record producer Alexander A.E. Edwards for 3 years, and they have a child together. But she recently blasted him on Instagram, claiming he cheated on her with 12 women. A.E. admitted to the infidelity, saying it's in his nature. She was also married to rapper Wiz Khalifa for 3 years and claimed he was also unfaithful to her. And Amber dated Kanye West, if you remember, from 2018 to 2010, but says Kanye cheated on her with Kim Kardashian, and she even called Kim a homewrecker in an interview.
But she dated him for 2008 because obviously he was married to Kim in 2018.
What did I say?
You said 2018.
I'm off to a
Just
great...
to save Kanye
2008
from
to
saying he was
2010.
yeah, just in case
Okay.
everyone's like, it was with
So where are we going with this one?
Where are we going with this one?
Is it her fault?
I don't think it's her fault, no, but I think there has to be some kind of level of, if I were Amber at this point, I would literally be thinking, looking internally a little bit in terms of like, what's attracting me to these characters? You know, what am I going towards that's clearly not doing me any favors and that's hurting me over and over again? So I think she needs to maybe spend some time working on herself and working out why is she drawn to people that aren't going to put her and their relationship a priority, you know?
Exhibit A.
Let's go for it.
The man does music. Kanye, Wiz, A.E. Exhibit B. A lot of tattoos. Lots of tattoos.
Does Kanye have tattoos?
Oh no, I don't know if he does or not. I guess I messed that exhibit up. But no, I'm just
Scratch that from the record.
and I'm not saying tattoos mean you cheat, and just
Yeah.
because you're a rapper means you cheat. Not at all. It's just, are these the type of men you're drawn into? This type of lifestyle that you're living, that type of man that you are attracted to, the man just said it himself. It's in my nature. You guys didn't talk about that before you officially made it into a thing, or was this out of the arrangement? Because, you know, promiscuous relationships, you could have that open relationship, but there are still boundaries, and maybe he overstepped it 12 times. He overstepped that boundary. So I'm saying this is one of those things where that saying, you can't make a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. So I got that right. Yeah,
that was right.
So no, Jay-Z said that.
And I got that wrong.
And I got that. So I mean, it's just one of those things. She's going to have to switch up her entire image of what she thinks is the man that she wants to be. You're going to have to go find you one of the little nerdy types.
What? No, just because someone doesn't cheat doesn't make them a nerd.
You can't go for the bad boys anymore because you're seeing what's happening when you get with the bad boys.
Yeah, I think.
So is that stereotyping rappers then?
No, it's stereotyping bad boys. The A-Rods, the Tristan
I
Thompsons,
think, like,
you know?
the sports.
No, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
The
Lawyers cheat.
The guys
Wolf
in the
of Wall Street treat
NFL that are wide receivers on the Giants, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He don't cheat. He never cheated before.
It's talking about you, buddy.
I know. He's never cheated before.
No, I feel for Emma because obviously she's invested in this guy. I mean, we don't know what their private conversations are. We don't know what they have and haven't agreed to. But if she's publicly shaming him, she's clearly unhappy, isn't she?
12 times.
Yeah.
And I gotta think it's more than that. It's just me. We'll be right back.
Times.
12 that she knows of.
Yes.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Over the weekend, the Taliban seized control of Afghanistan as American and international forces left the country. The takeover happened much quicker than military analysts expected, prompting former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden to blame each other for the need for a chaotic withdrawal of American troops.
When I came into office, I inherited a deal that President Trump negotiated with the Taliban. Under his agreement, U.S. forces would be out of Afghanistan by May 1, 2021, just a little over 3 months after I took office.
So, let's verify. Was the withdrawal of American forces from Afghanistan originally negotiated by the Trump administration? Our sources are the U.S. State Department, the White House, and the Congressional Research Service. Through each of their presidencies, Presidents Obama, Trump, and Biden have all discussed the need to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. During his administration, Trump repeatedly said it was time to completely withdraw. In February 2020, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo met with Taliban leaders in Qatar and signed a peace agreement in exchange for a withdrawal of U.S. forces in May of 2021.
If the Taliban and the Afghan government live up to their commitments, and they may or they may not, but I think we have a lot of reason why they will. I think they will. That means that the longest war in American history by far, it's not even close, will be over.
So it's true. The withdrawal of American forces was originally negotiated by the Trump administration. President Biden took over the implementation of the withdrawal, promising to complete the pullout by September 11th. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis. Want something verified? Email us or send us a text. For more Verify stories and to sign up for our newsletter, go to verifythis.com.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for some sweet, sweet deals because earlier I showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Here's this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com.
All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
First up, it is the 2-pack Villa Novum gel fiber pillows.
Wow.
With a no-shift construction, sweet dreams are ahead with these pillows. And they're machine washable. So normally, it's as much as $99 for the set. But we've got them for only $29, saving up to 71%. Now, Tori, do you ever find yourself wanting the latest gadgets, but you don't want the expensive price tag that comes with it?
That's me.
This is the deal for you. It's the Remarkable Goods Chronomax smartwatch. I love this. The all-in-one smartwatch is the perfect gadget. So you get app notifications, alerts to your calls, texts, and social media notifications. And my personal favorites are music control and checking the weather. So normally it's as much as $220, but we've got them now for only $39, saving up to 82%. Okay, the next item. This is the absolute must when you're out and about on the go. It is the 2-pack Pop Sonic LED compact mirrors. So they're slightly oversized, which means you get a better view, but they're still small enough to fit anywhere.
Nice.
So this is the perfect travel mirror. So normally it's as much as $60 for the pair.
Okay, I don't love.
But we've got them for only $15, saving 75%. Okay, and lastly, it's the Sacred Life 4-piece 100% essential oil blends on roll set. So normally it's as much as $40. Now it's only $15.
I forgive. This is good.
So it's saving up to 63%.
All right, guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag all these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Steph, as always, Price Wizard, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, we've just had the most lovely news. A huge congratulations to our co-host, Lindsay Granger. She doesn't sit on this panel. She's in the earlier shows, sometimes the afternoon shows. Go give us some love. She's had the beautiful baby girl.
Yeah,
so
we just found out
happy
right
and
now.
beautiful.
Yep. She shall name her Simba.
Oh my gosh.
I took pictures like that till you got it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Congrats, Lindsay.